Hello everybody, good morning and welcome back. I hope you are having a happy Tuesday. For you it is Tuesday and for me it is Monday. Today is now day 3 of my Eating for $35 a week from Dollar General series. And I hope you guys had a happy weekend. I just got back from the Comic-Con last night, or it was actually a horror convention, not a Comic-Con. And it was a pretty decent one. It wasn't our best one, but it wasn't our worst one. So overall, it was a pretty good weekend. And I'm excited to get back into these Budget Grocery Week videos. And today, all of my meals are going to come from your suggestions that you left in my comments. So I'm really excited to try a couple of new things. So first and foremost, a suggestion that came up a lot was to pre-dissolve the coffee in hot water and let it sit overnight. Now, obviously, I can't do that for today. So today I'm actually going to have hot coffee and then I'm going to let one steep in the fridge until tomorrow and see if that makes a difference with the strength of the coffee. So I'm going to go in with about 6 ounces of water in each of these. So that one will sit in the fridge until tomorrow, and then this one will be my coffee for today. I am absolutely starving right now. It is currently 10:30 and I have been up since 7 a.m. So I'm gonna sip on this coffee for a minute, but we are just gonna jump straight into breakfast. Right offhand, I can say that I do prefer the coffee iced rather than hot. Because I was out of town on the weekend, I am on a bit of a tight deadline to use up some of these leftovers before they go bad. So this is the pork and beans, this is the other half of the can of chili, and then this is the rest of my taco soup. Honestly, I'm gonna freeze this because I don't really want to bother with it today. So I'm gonna freeze this to keep it longer. But today I do want to use up the chili and the pork and beans. Definitely needed a bigger plate for this. Many of you suggested that I top the beans on toast with a fried egg, so that's what I'm trying today. And because I'm adding the egg, I decided to only use 1 slice of bread versus 2 because I thought it would be plenty filling with the addition of the egg. Should I have also cut back on the beans? Probably, but I do need to use them up, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish them off with breakfast today. To answer the question that comes up a lot about these syrups back here, these are all fruit flavored syrups, and many of you have seen them in my older videos dating back to like 2020. I have had them for years, basically, and they don't go bad because they're just syrups. I don't really buy them much anymore. They're for making like Italian sodas and Red Bull drinks, but they're all fruit flavored, so they're not really for making coffee. And I just keep them because they don't go bad. So I don't use them anymore, but I should probably get rid of them at this point. Also about these beans, these are the Von Kamp's pork and beans, and they are in a tomato sauce versus a sugar sauce like normal baked beans, or I think even the Campbell's pork and beans is in a sugar sauce. That's why I mentioned that this one would be most similar to like British beans, because British baked beans are in a tomato sauce, and so are these. I almost completely forgot that TBI Journey, one of my followers, suggested that I add a small amount of salt to the coffee to bring out the sweetness of the creamer. So she said just a tiny bit of salt, about 20 grains. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a pinch of that. My coffee's still hot, so this should dissolve. And this coffee has been growing on me. Today's day 3 of drinking it, and I think that it tastes a lot better today for me than it did on the first day. Actually, I'm impressed. Just the teensiest bit of salt really brought forward the coffee, made it taste a little bit stronger, made the creamer taste a little bit richer. That was a great suggestion, so thank you so much for that. For real though, if y'all need an insanely filling and satisfying breakfast, the beans on toast with a fried egg especially was very filling. And I have also gone ahead and packed up the rest of the taco soup. I have the kind of filling here, and then I have the broth. I did pack them up separately so I can potentially use them separately, but I'm gonna freeze these for later on in the week. So of course, as I mentioned, today I'm trying all of your suggestions. Today's comes from Sweet247, who says that their favorite lunch is grilled ham and cheese. I cook the ham until slightly crispy, and then I build a grilled cheese sandwich with mustard on the inside. They do mention that instead of plain butter, they use garlic and herb butter. I don't have butter, so I'm just gonna use oil, and then they serve it with a dill pickle and chips on the side. I don't have pickles, but I do have chips, so let's make some lunch. If you guys were confused by that first clip, I had totally forgot that one of the reasons that I bought sausage was to fry it in advance so that I could use the fat from the sausage as a replacement for butter and a couple of things. So that's what I did. I used the sausage to fry up my grilled cheese sandwich. Spicy mustard with the fried deli ham is such a good combination. So to be totally honest with you guys, this is kind of a normal lunch for me. This isn't far off from something that I would normally eat. Just a sandwich, especially a hot sandwich with some chips. We're working within the parameters of a tight grocery budget, but it doesn't mean that we can't have little extras like chips and things like that rather than just eating oatmeal and rice and lentils all the time. I'm happy that I'm able to make meals like this and still be within the $35 budget. I'm thinking tonight I'm gonna make some hash brown casserole. I do have the chili to use up in the fridge, and another recipe suggestion that has come up several times was to use the cheese powder separately from the macaroni. Now use the macaroni to make pasta salad and then use the cheese sauce packet in something else. So I think I'm gonna use it in some hash brown casserole. I also have my cream of chicken soup and of course some sour cream, and we're gonna top it with some chili. I'm actually gonna make a couple of different meals out of this, so you'll have to bear with me here, but we gotta start by rehydrating these hash browns. So this is one of those occasions where I honestly have no idea what this is gonna taste like. It did turn out a little bit more soupy than I had hoped, but I think that's just because I didn't let it sit to set up long enough. But it's chili cheese hash brown casserole, and I think it's gonna be fantastic. Plus, I'm gonna get 2 meals out of this because that casserole dish, I only put half of it on my plate today. Without a doubt, some of the best meals that I come up with are when I'm just throwing stuff together like this, and this is no exception. This is so delicious. This doesn't even feel like a budget meal or a struggle meal. It's chili cheese hash brown casserole. Like, it's comfort food to the max. Comfort food is so important. And of course, I've got some green beans on the side here. For the green beans, I just seasoned those up with salt and pepper, and then I heated them in the microwave. I'm not too picky about green beans. I'll eat them cold straight out of the can. My leftovers tomorrow are about to be so on point, and I am so excited for it. This hash brown casserole is going to be so useful in so many different ways. I did split it into 3 containers to make 3 different meals out of it, and each of those is going to make about 2 servings, so that alone is like 6 meals right there. And I'm not complaining. I could eat this. I'm looking forward to tomorrow already, just from eating this right now. I think I'm gonna leave you guys off here. I hope you are all having a fantastic day, and I will see you again tomorrow.